You got a rig for me? No, can you just pass us one? What do you want? Flapper, if possible. Well, booms or boomless if I have to.
Booms.
Hang on. Let's just get set up. need to catch that one. And we need to look down at 2 seats as well, Phil. Give us a clue how you fit this through this tiny spring as you like. Swivel's quite small in comparison to the big sizes. Driving with the light on the this is what happens when the head torch. My rig's ready. I'm going to nip to the car. Out fast. And I'm going to here we go, the mighty Mersey. You gonna say hello, Phil?
Hello. Yeah, talk to me.
I know. We'll put that there for a minute. You're gonna have a casting, aren't you? Yeah. Let's see how this looks. That's not too bad. I'm going to leave that there. Phil, can you show the cameras? I'm going to leave that there. And I'm just going to nip to the car and get my... I get 2 seats here. chair for you. A chair for me. One more piece of yeah. No, cast in.
Oh.
Okay. What? I don't want
Your white
oh, I'm not bothered about that. I'm not the biggest hand wiper. Well, you should never shake hands with me. Right, tide is still going to the left though. So I'm fishing short, you'll fish long again. Right then. See how we can make this light a little bit better. Put your rod on the rod rest, Phil.
I think might be snagged.
Yeah, I'll put mine up there as well. I'll just get yours in focus.
It might be snagged though.
Oh dear, I hope not.
Yeah. Right, it is. Yeah. Right, it's snagged.
Right, let's put mine on the rod rest.
Oh,
No swearing, so I know what you like. That's all right.
said it was snagged.
How do you know? You've never been here before.
I have. Fish me in.
Not here, you've
Big
not.
snag down there.
You've not fished here before. Phil.
For the garage is on.
You've not finished. You've not fished. I've never fished here before in my life. You're inventing it to somewhere else.
Oh, fish on.
Oh dear. Poor old Phil's having a mare.
If I snag off, if I crack off, that's it.
Yeah, but you'll be fine. There we go, we've got that up and running there. Alright, every second. I do believe it, Phil, but possibly not the best plan, that is it? No, no. Is your mobile hotspot turned on? Quite like it. Phil, next time just cast in medium distance instead of long, you know. Well, you only find out by casting in, but as I say, I'm quite sure, and I'm certainly not in the snags. You mean, you never know, you might have just cast onto the only snag that's out there. Which, to be fair, will be just about your luck. Yeah, well, you have to mind your language. You're on the internet. Oh, bite. Oh, is that you touching? No. We've had a bite. Is that again? Let's see. Yeah, let's have a scroll. I think we've got to finish at last. After all these hours of snag fishing. It won't be big, it'll be a whiting. I can feel it coming back. That's all, look at here it comes. Up the wall. What have we got? Oh, what have we got? Not got my glasses on. It is a whiting. It's showering me with its juices. There we go. Whoa. Just throw it back in. Hey, 1-0, Phil. Yeah, you can. Phil's swearing, he's not happy, man. 1-0 to Duddy. Phil's upset. The swear box is filled to capacity. Really, not too happy, man. He's stolen the bits of bait that I had down there, and the scissors. Let's get these. A whiting, after all. I've realised, Phil, that's the first fish I've caught on this version of going live since we started. But in the first going live, the one that the first ever, we had to caught some fish in that one. That was in March. The pond down there, this chocky pot full of fish. Right, a fish first cast. Let's get this lot back out. And we'll try and trade in a whiting for a cod. Let's see how it goes with these rubbish rigs. There we go. Just a little lob. Let the bait drop. Up in the air.
What you got through it?
No, blue ones are 4. Blue line. Blue rod. Blue lead.
Got your leader.
Is it blue? We need a blue one to go look. Let's just have a look and see who's watching. If anybody in the, because if they're in the right mind, they'll be watching something else. There we go. Find my glasses. Get a bag first. You are not connected to the internet. Philippe, young man. What Wi-Fi networks have we got? Where's Phil? He hasn't turned it on. You have to wait for me a minute. Because I need Phil to turn on his mobile hotspot. And he's having a paddy. He's got snapped up.
I'm not going to even fish.
He's not going to fish, he says now. He's, oh, yes. He's got to. He's having a 70-year-old temper tantrum. Reverting to his youth. He's having a serious wobble. Pandemonium, yeah, that's a good 1950s word. In a minute, when we get the internet on, we'll get some chat going. In the meantime, I can't actually read what you're saying. Come on, Philippe, how are you doing? Living a struggle? Yeah, okay, come on, I'll help you. No?
Come back.
Mobile hotspot. Personal hotspot. I'll have a listen to it. So, let's find it. What is your name? There you go, that's the password. We're having more technical difficulties, as always. There we go, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah, Phil's iPhone. There we go. Strength. We should be connected. I had a bite, I had a fish. Connected we are. Phil, did you know that you and I are connected?
We are connected.
We're connected. Let's see if we can connect to anybody else.
Let's see. I can't throw it too far because
My channel, let's have a look. Yeah, don't throw it too far, you don't need to. There we go. I can see my rod tip on this, it's a bit rubbish. Let's have a chat. It's a bit rubbish that rod tip, so we'll make it better. You don't spell high like that. Can I see myself? Oh, look at that. Move forward. Like a mini delay. So I had a fish already. I do not believe it. Now then, I did earlier this week like 2 tip lines, and the reason why they're not sat on the tip of my rod is because I'm a nitwit. They're sat on my desk behind my laptop at work. I got all flustered this afternoon. I thought I was fishing at about 1 o'clock, and then things happened, and I didn't get out of the office until 6:30. So 5:30, quarter to, can't even tell the time. I didn't get out of the office till 5:45, and we got here at 6:45. Managed to be live as we promised by 7 o'clock, and I've already had a fish. if you're going to just tune in, I had a whiting first cast,
Which is a snag first.
which is upset Phil quite a lot. Because as I cast in and caught a fish, Phil cast in, and he caught a snag. I feel your pain. But here we go. Welcome back to live fishing number 5. I'll just do a check. That's what it's going to look like if we get a little bite. We're in just a little bit higher up from Otterspool, in Liverpool, on the Mersey. It's now 7:30. We've arrived late because we're rubbish. High tide's 8 o'clock. We'll see how we get on. We might stay till 9 o'clock, 9:30. But we drove past the chippy on the way there. We drove past the chippy. And it shuts at 10 o'clock. So no matter what, we're going to be in that chip shop at 10 to 10. All packed up. But I caught a fish. Little whitey. Ting. Which I love. Phil's having a nightmare. Phil, just say it direct. Good man. As long as you don't launch it and put too much pressure, you'll be fine. I'm so happy to be out fishing. And even though the thermometer in the car says 4 degrees, I'm well wrapped up. And I'll be honest with you, the excitement of going fishing, it doesn't feel like 4 degrees. But we need to get our lighting better for this type of thing. I bought a new light. That apparently is 1,300 lumens, not newmans. I know a few newmans, but this is lumens for lighting. And this is 1,300 lumens. Is the light we've got under there. Slowly, we'll improve the lighting, we'll improve the picture quality, and we'll improve Phil's fishing. So far I've caught a fish, and he's caught a whiting. We need to put grumbling. So we'll put that there and we'll climb over the fence. And we'll have a look at this little camera and see what's going on here. Because it's a little bit windy here. And obviously I do worry that, there we go, I do worry that the wind is going to knock everything over. Let's have a look at that. See, I can see it as clear as a bell. Phil's going to put his rod up there in a minute. We can see Phil's rod up there now. His rigs are rubbish compared to mine.
That's not one of my rigs.
I see that, he's already denying it. His rigs are rubbish compared to mine.
Well, I'm not going to say.
Let's get this sorted. Where are we going? There we go. We'll just change the that's a bit better. If we go all the way out. We'll get it right in a minute. We'll change the lighting so that we can see what's going on. There we go. Or do we do it a different way? Come a little bit further back. What I really want is to get these rods lit up like Blackpool illuminations. We've got a huge light down there. Look at that. Beast of an ass film. Oh, and there we go. The coast of Merseyside. That's the Wirral over there. And this is our view for the night, which is quite nice really. I'd be better off, wouldn't I? Getting that as our view. Much nicer. So Phil's having another go now. He's going to cast in to another snag. There he is. Whoa. My rod went, but it's probably Phil banging the... Can you see where my line's going, Phil? We need to get that lit up better. So how do we do that? Let's have a try. Just let him do his stuff with the casting. Yeah. That's not right. There you go. My pleasure, Wilma. There we go. Get this line. Is that better? Is the question. Yes, it is. Now, what I might do is I might just sit here and chat to you, and I'll let Phil, because he hasn't caught a fish in probably about 6 years now.
Liar.
Ha ha, Phil, yeah. Yes, honestly. They call him, he likes to think his nickname's Captain Cod. Whereas in fact, we all know his name is Mr. Blank.
Ha. Lie.
So there's 2 rods up there now. They're not quite in sync, so you'll... Ooh, look at that, ka-ching. And again. Sold something on eBay. 3 things I've sold. So we've got the rod tips very slightly wrong. Phil, can you do me a favour and just reel my rod tip very slightly and tighten it up? That's it. Now you can see the difference between my rod and Phil's. So my rod is a 14-foot Conti rod, surf rod. Sunset Celica, or Celica Sunset. It's really nice. I've got a pair of them actually. And we've got a very, very sensitive tip that bounces around all over the show. And Phil has basically got a telegraph pole.
Has got a Rod Thompson.
He's got a Rod
accelerator.
Thompson telegraph pole with some reflective tape round the top. And it takes one hell of a bite to register. There we go. So if you are watching, and I know there's 3 of you, press the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, press the subscribe button as well. Because I say we've gone, since we started going live, we've gone from a huge 433 subscribers to an enormous 475. So obviously we try to get to 1,000 and then we can sort of release all sorts of other go live features we're not allowed to do. Well, no one, not that many people like us, but we've both got, I can see the rods perfectly, we've both got freshwater prawn as bait, because being city boys that don't live near the sea, we don't get access to fresh sea bait, especially at the last minute. So we raid the freezers at Tesco and we use Tesco's frozen prawn as our bait, and it does work because we came for a work event, or I came for a work event to Liverpool on, can't remember what day it was now.
On Wednesday?
Last week.
Yeah.
It wasn't last Wednesday, was it?
It was, when was it?
I can't actually remember. Was it
Last
Thursday?
Thursday,
Yeah, it was last Thursday. We came for a work event to do a little bit of filming with the BBC and various other people. And Phil and I had a little fish while we were there, which we could waited till the work had been done, and most people had gone, and we had a little fish. And Phil actually caught a small codling. So I caught whiting, as I always do. And Filippo, he had 3 species. He had a dab, a few whiting, and a little codling. So his title of Captain Blank. Oh, bite on mine. Yeah, go on, Phil, you strike it. I'm over here.
Oh, you're in a snag.
Of course I'm not in a snag, I'm in the mud. There's no snags there. Can you feel a fish tugging away?
Nope.
Oh dear, well, I definitely had a bite, didn't I? You could see it. Now, if I'd have struck Phil and reeled in, I would have had a fish. Keep going, it's alright. Just bring it up to the wall, and then, because it's a nice long rod, it'll just come up the side of the wall.
Oh yeah, there is something on it.
There is something on it, is there? Not a dicky bird. Right, if you leave it there, I'll...
Got the bait off the bottom.
It's Rob the bait. Oh, bait robber. Right then, put the rod there, drop it down. Use a bait. Piece of... You tidying the corner? Usually. Right then.
Is that alright?
Yeah, good. Piece of half of a freshwater prawn. See, what I like about fishing prawn is if I don't use all the bait, I take it home and I fry it up with butter and garlic before I go to bed, which you can't do with hookworms. So there is an advantage to using that. See, I don't just a little lob. There we go. It's only about 40 yards out. You cast a long way with these rods. Would you just like to put it back on the rest? Sorry, the end was on the hook. Stick it on. Tighten it slightly. Yeah, give it a little tighten up. There we go. This is what I like. Yeah, I get to do the chatting. I can sit over here. Now Phil's behind the rods. Oh, was that you then, Phil? Did you touch your rod? Ah, right. I thought you had a bite then. But
I probably did.
you possibly did. But it wasn't a rattle, it was just a little pull forwards and back. Oh, I tell you what, this the background. If you look on the tablet over there, the back on whose? Oh yeah, there we go. That Phil's had a bite now. You can't see it because we've got the rods at the wrong angle. Just wait, it'll come back, or it'll have stolen your bait. But you definitely had a bite. See, unfortunately, the camera angle is absolutely rubbish. So you can only see my rod. I suppose if Phil gets a bite, then his rod will appear from behind the camera. We're learning. Ooh, mine's pulling a little bit. If I'd have brought those tip lights, I think they're called Rig King tip lights, or Tip King rig lights. I think they're red, and when you get a rattle, it changes the colour of the tip light to green. But sadly, you can only see Phil's rod is masked by mine. Oh, that was a tiny one. It might have been something. There you go. There you go. Have a strike on that. Look at that. He's pulled it a mile and then let his line go slack. He likes a good strike. Oh dear. Well, you'll never know with that rod, but one of your baits is gone, hasn't it? So Phil's had one bite, and I've had one fish and one bite. But the nice thing about the Mersey is you've got no idea what's. You're not putting another bait on?
No, it's the same bait.
Oh, is it not had your bait away?
No.
Might have been something banging into your line, Phil.
It seemed like a bite, that.
It did look like a bite to me as well. But he's gone right over the top of me. Are you? Oh, I'll let you off then.
Well, I'm hoping so.
Obviously, I just sit behind the camera, Phil,
I know what I didn't do.
and call your names to the general public.
Put my spikes out.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It'll be sat in 3 inches of mud by now. Anyway, it's the Mersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the bottom is really muddy. For Phil to lose his rig, I feel sorry for him. Because it's quite a clean bottom out here. He must have landed on the only snag in 100 metres. He's reeled back in again. He's going for more. Whoa, that's it. Yeah. Just take a step or two to the left. But, Phil's yet to break his duck tonight, and I've had that little whiting. It's always good to catch a fish on your first cast, because it just gets it out of the way, even if it's a whiting. And I suppose if you're from the south of England, the whiting is a north of England version of a pouting or a pout. Whenever I fished on the south coast, it's always been Pout City. As soon as the light goes, up here on the Mersey,
Whiting City.
It's Whiting City. Phil, will you do me a favour? Will you just put a tiny little turn on my rod? Tighten it up very slightly. That's it. That'll do perfect. And now you can just about see Phil's rod there. See who's going to get the next bite. Loads of fish out here. I really enjoy it, especially when it's not windy like this. A nice sort of. There is a bit of breeze, but a relatively.
Not cold, though.
Well, it's 4 degrees, but it doesn't feel cold because we're quite well wrapped up. So, come on, anybody out there? There's four people watching now. I need to get a few of you to press the like button. But Phil and I are learners at this. I know what I'm going to do, because Phil's being very awkward. I'm going to change the angle of this camera slightly and see if that makes a difference on what you can see on Phil's rod. That's as good as it's going to get, unfortunately. Because he is very bloody minded. Worse than me. So there's 2 rods there, even though it looks like there's only one. Do you know what we could do, Phil? We could change the angle of the tripod. So that, oh, that was a bit rubbish. Light's gone. What's happened there? Is it on a timer? Cheap rubbish. It's meant to last for 4 hours, that light. What a load of rubbish.
Battery does it.
I don't know, it's brand new. But I know what it is going to take. It's going to be taken straight back to the shop. Oh, that could be the end of tonight's live stream. Can you believe it? Brand new piece of kit. He said the charge lasts for 4 hours. And we got how many minutes? 48 minutes out of it, Phil. And it didn't even go.
Batteries can't have gone unless they're
It just
cheap old Chinese things or something.
Well, it wasn't cheap. But that's the end of the live stream, folks. Hang on. I don't think we're going to get any more light than that. There we go. There's Phil. Do you know what we could do? Phil, I know what we can do. Go back under this street light slightly. So Phil, can you move all of the stuff over to your left or in front of you that way? Downstream.
Oh, look out.
Who's got a bite? Did you think you had a bite then?
I did have a bite. Oh, I heard it more than saw it. And then I looked up and the rod tip was going like that.
Like that? Yeah, go on, give it it's a whiting rattle, but give it a go. Oh. Phil's in. Look at that. Our lights have gone.
Yeah.
You got a fish on?
I think that's something.
I hope there is. You never tell on that rod because it's so thick.
There is something on.
He's broke his duck.
Oh. It's off.
Is it off?
Oh, no.
Oh, the excitement.
Oh,
Don't keep striking into it like that.
oh, did he?
Right, it's off. It's gone.
Both baits have gone.
Both baits, but mine have gone as well.
Uh,
Let's try the
that
light.
being the case, could do with
Let's try everything
fly over the road.
a different
Do the
way.
tripod, that, and the other one.
Right, we're gonna have a bit of a reset up. So, Phil, just go and hang the rods off the railings for a minute. Let's have a move around. There we go. You don't need to hold them all the time. No, stop. Hang on. Let me show you. Move it behind you that way. So you can ask. Keep going. That's it. Right. Leave you up there. 1 minute. We'll put this under the street light here. Facing this way a little bit. Facing that way. One more. Yeah, that's not. We should have possibly enough light from the street. No, there's no light from the street light. But if we keep coming
Unless you
back,
take the rod out of the.
no, let's leave it there. Hang on.
And just bring the rod down a bit.
Hang on. Right, now, have a set up now. We'll just see what this is like on the camera. This is good fun, isn't it? I can't believe people are still watching. Look at that by the light. This is going to work actually. By the light of the street light. By the light of the silvery moon. We should be able to watch these rod tips there, look. There's Filippo.
actually.
Don't look at me. Phil, turn your light off. That's it. But if we do it there, we lose the light of the... How annoying was the lights? No, I do have another light, but it's nowhere. Can be nothing like that. If we go this way around. Oh, we've got a street light up there. Is that going to be any better? Look, at least we get a better background now. Oh, these things that are meant to try send. Yeah, it is just, but we need to get the camera from this angle, which is the best angle. This one. Phil, can you do me a favour, pal? You. I'll sort it out. You carry on fishing. There we go. Let's make this work. Because I don't want to go and turn off. I want to catch some fish. I mean, I've caught one already. There we go. Everything's a bit better lit up now. Is that going to do it? And the answer's yes. I'll write you a message in the chat with this. Can't believe I'm still watching, and I can't believe that light bust. How upsetting. There we go. Phil's going to have a cast. What a disaster with that light, eh? Now we might be able to see two rods this time. If Phil just winds in a tiny bit. There we go. We should have both tips visible now. It's a pity I left those tip lights. Oh, I've got a bite. Phil, go and strike my rod, please. Well, going like the clappers. Go on, don't worry. Just lift it off. There we go. Ooh. Action stations. Can you feel anything? Yeah, possibly. Let's just move the stuff where we can see it. you need scissors and some bait. There's your chair.
Scissors are around somewhere.
Yes, I know they are. We'll find them. There we go. Phil, look, everything's dropping out. You've opened that somehow. You see, you've opened the top lid of your bag, and everything's popped out. Oh, you okay?
No.
Can you put your bag just...
I know what's happened, the bloody zips.
Yeah, just 1 minute, Phil. Stand up. Stand up. Stand over there. That's it. Right in front of the camera. So now you can see better. Sort stuff out better from there. That's the one. Look at the lovely clouds. I hope we've got no rain in them. Well, that was a disappointment with that light. I'm not going to tell you how much money it cost because you'll laugh, but I'm going to be taking it back to the tool station tomorrow. Let's get rid of this. That was a very good bite I had. It didn't rattle like the clappers, didn't it?
Yeah. Oops, there we go again.
Who? Yours?
Yeah, dug.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Hang on 1 minute. I was going to bait up another cast.
I'll wait for it to hang itself, I think. The whiting are definitely biting.
That's me. Sorry, just straightening up the. Straightening up the rod tip. There we go. There you go.
2 whiting rattles.
Do you want to hold that and have a chat to anybody? And I'm going to hold this so everyone can have a little bit. There we go. Let's see where we can get the best. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see rod tips there.
Yeah, you should be able to now. And there's a plane just gone past my rod tip. Can you see that plane, that flashing lights on that plane? That's really what I need. Something that bright for a bit of bite detection. What time do you make it now, Phil? Have you got a watch on? We should be around high tide now.
Yeah, it is high tide.
Oh, my rod's just...
Start going the other bloody way.
Well, we'll be okay. Look at Phil now. He's a bit grumpy. You say hello, Phil, look. You'll see yourself on there.
Oh yeah.
There's not that much time delay, is there, tonight? But,
There is.
I know. Oh, there's mine. See, my rod, which is the right hand one, the blue rod, will bend and flex. Up and down slowly with the current, and then obviously when you get a bite it goes rat-a-tat-tat. Phil's, the left-hand rod, which is more of a poker, will just sit there static, but he doesn't see all the little rattles that I can see on mine. And it seems as though we're not fishing for £20 fish. I always like to fish it as though I'm sort of a little bit coarse fishing, so I'll use braid for sensitivity and a slightly more sensitive rod tip. What time did you say it was, Phil?
8:05.
8:05, so the tide's just turned. And the chip shop closes at 10. Which is possibly the most important thing of the night. So if you're watching, if you're one of the 5 people who's watching right now, press that like button. And if you're not a subscriber yet, then why not? Take the plunge. And the next time we go sea fishing at night, we're gonna have some proper lighting on. Yeah, they could have. Did you get a bite? Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah. Well, have a reel in, Phil, because we've got no shortage of bait. The only problem is, the more bait Phil uses, the less snack I have before I go to bed. Hi, Jeff. We're out in Merseyside, Jeff, on the on Mersey, and I've had a whiting, and Philip's blanking again. It's like he's women. See, that's what I mean. Look at this. He's caught a fish, and you could see his rod tip, same as me. What have you got?
A codling.
You've not. Let's bring it to me.
No, it's all right.
It's a whiting. You wind up merchant. Let's have a, bring it to the camera. Let's have a look. There we go. Spin it. Oh yeah, look at that. He's a lively one. Tiny whiting. Well done, Phil. You're out of the Blankers Club. But you see, this is the issue of using. Whoa, whoa, watch your rod tip because it's gone under mine. That's it. It's an awkward spot, I know. Everything's awkward tonight because of the lighting. Well, this is the problem with using a rod that's not very sensitive. Is that you can get a 12-ounce whiting and not even know it's there. But I suppose as an all-round rod, it's not bad, is it, Phil? Because it'll cast the 6-ounce lead a long way, and it'll control a big fish like a spur dog, or a huss or a taupe. Whereas mine, it sort of bends all the way. But I like it that way. There we go. Mr. Whiting has gone back to fight another day because way undersized. And Phil, very well. I've got a bite then. Do you see that bite on my rod? Let's see if it comes back. Phil always chucks his fish back. He very rarely takes them home for his dinner, unless it's a place he does have.
Or a dove or so.
A place or a soul, he said. He does like a flat fish. Whereas me, I actually quite like whiting if they're the right size, because we can fillet them up, slice them into nice little sort of mouth-sized pieces, cover them in flour and fry them up. And I sometimes put some paprika on, and sometimes I put a little bit of cardamom and all sorts of little herbs and spices off the wife's spice rack. So I'm one of the few people actually uses that spice rack in our house. It's normally there for ornament. Every time she goes to the shop, she comes back with another weird and wonderful potion from Schwartz's in a little jar. And then she'll make something with it once, and then it'll fester on her kitchen shelf. Oh, my rod went again then. Let's see if it comes back. My rod tip went then. If it comes again, we'll strike on it this time. But I do like my sea fishing at this time of the year because we get a little bit of action, don't we? Whereas if we're sitting behind a tip rod on the canal or on one of the lakes near to where I live, which is mostly shallow, you don't really get a lot of fish action. And I've yet to find a way to get my mobile phone so that I can go drop shotting and actually attach my mobile phone to my head, which is what I need to do, so that I can go live. I can do it with a GoPro or a normal camera, but then it's not live, and I'm just had another bite. Then I'll strike left-handed, put this down, put that way so you can see a little bit and see what food got any action. There we go. Just to prove that I can catch a fish.
See? You criticise my shit rigs.
I do criticise the rigs, but I don't call them that word on the internet like on YouTube. They've long gone back. So the score now for this 3-1.
3-1.
Where have you cast to, by the way? I can't see.
Out there.
No, slightly left.
Yeah.
Straight out.
Left.
Okay, I'll cast slightly to the right. There we go. Put this up here. Tiny little tighten up. Look at that, hey. Double header. Back up to the tips. There we go. If we get closer and closer, you can actually see that my tip is much finer than Phil's. So I think my rod is designed to cast leads 3 to 6 ounces. And Phil's designed to cast bricks a long way. Would you say, Phil?
It's really for 6 ounce lead.
It's just 6 ounce lead, he says, me and mine, so whatever we can get. But there we go.
But you criticise it in terms of, I've seen every bite.
Yeah, you have, but not when you had a bite and then that fish must have just sat there,
Yeah,
static in shot. Jeff says, gone are the days of solid fiberglass, eh?
Oh,
Yeah. What is interesting, we've obviously got two styles. Phil's on mono and a really strong rod, and I'm on braid and a long whippy rod that shows the bites up. And I've got no intention of changing, so I actually really like it like this. I just don't like the fact that our lighting is a bit rubbish tonight. We're having to use a street light. You see? Look at that. A UFO up there. We're using a street light as lighting for our rod tips. In fact, I'll walk back a bit and you can see. Oh, there's Filippo. There's a street light. There's the rod tips, and we've started off there, which is sad because look at that lovely view. There's no one here. So, yeah, Jeff, that's true. You know, braid was always a no-no a long time ago. It wasn't. People used it for boat fishing. Yeah, because if you're 300 feet down on a wreck, you can feel every nip and tuck on braid, and if you're on mono, you wouldn't even know you got a bite half the time.
Thing is, I like a multiplier.
Yeah, you see, that's the other difference. Look at the reels there. Phil's on the old multiplier, and I'm on this very cheap sea fishing reel loaded up with £20 braid. What strength line have you got on there on that mono, Phil? What?
Well, I haven't got a leader on, so I've got £18 on.
£18 and no, he lost his shock leader on first cast. Oh, disaster. And he had a tantrum as well. And he got a not fishing now, but he's back fishing. He's got over himself.
Your rod had snapped in that snag.
Yeah, rubbish. Multipliers, like I used to have a Mitchell, spent more time unravelling. And exactly, Jeff, I might ditch Phil as a fishing partner and get you to come out with me, because we're from the same fishing school, I think. I've been persuaded in the past to buy multipliers. I've used them. I don't like them, and I've sold them back. In fact, is that one there? That is what make is this? It's not one that I've.
It's an Abu Sport.
Let me see. Abu. It's got a little badge. You think they're made in Sweden, but they're probably made in.
Swedish.
Probably made in China.
It's an old one. It's made in Sweden.
I got picture angles off Mole for 50 years ago. Is that the last time you went fishing, Jeff? We need to get Jeff to come out with us. We'll go fishing in Bellevue somewhere on. You got the Ashton Canal near you, Jeff? Oh, my rod gone then. Let's watch that rod tip. You went back same this year. Well, last year now, wasn't it? 2022. Same results, nothing. It's Mulfrey, isn't it, actually somewhere where I fished. If I go all that way, I am going to go to Ross Niger, where I love it. Fantastic wrasse fishing. Absolutely fantastic wrasse fishing in Ross Niger and Anglesey. It's a long drive, 2.5 hours. And look at my rod tip, the one on the right. There, whoa, that's a little tinkle. Let's try it and see what happens. Phil, I've got a job for you. I stand up now. Look, he's not happy. He's having a crafty fag. There you go. See what happens. Stay there, Phil.
Had many lads?
Yeah,
few
just
whiting.
and that's it really. Yeah. Bit of a laugh. Better than being at home, isn't it?
Definitely.
There we go.
Well, close up.
I'd like to tell you that I've got 16-inch hands, and that
Hold it out for the camera.
that's a massive fish. So, I'm a terrible liar. And this is why I don't like your rigs, Phil. We've got one hook tangled in the boom with the one below it. So you needed to go back to rig school as far as I'm concerned. Or
Well,
you keep tying the rigs you like, and what I'll do is I'll tie my own
there's a pair of
rigs.
scissors in there.
I'll,
Take 2 inches
no,
off the rig.
I can't, look, it's still too close together. I'll actually start tying my own rigs for a change. Would that be it? Instead of just pinching yours and criticising. So I've actually only cast in 30 yards. I'm not hardly putting any swing in this at all. It's literally 30 yards.
And I'm definitely not, because there's a great snag out there.
You don't need, this is one of the things on the Mersey, you don't need to bang it out a long way. There we go.
There you go.
Take that back. Phil's going to come and sit down in his deck chair again and read the chat from Jeff. Wife can't understand why I'd rather watch this than United. Come on, Jeff. What's the United score? They're playing Crystal Palace, aren't they, tonight?
6-0 by now.
See, we don't do United. We don't do big United. We do FC United, the Red Rebels, which is really good fun. But I definitely need a tip light on this rod, because I can see the last. I can see the business 6 inches on the end, and sadly you guys can't. Let's just walk around a little bit more. So you can see I've got 6 inches of white bit. Buy one then. Jeff, I bought 2 tip lights the other day to use specifically when we came out tonight, and I've left them on my desk at work behind my laptop. But obviously, come on. So the tide's turned now. It's must be well on the way out now, Phil. There we go. Well, at least we've got a little bit of a better angle on the rod tips. Are we ledgering or paternostering? Well, I am. The best description from a coarse fishing style would be a paternoster. I'm using what's called the 2-hook flapper. So I've got a great big 4-ounce lead on the bottom, and then off the top, above that, I've got 2 hook links. So I think a size 1 hook, and we're using freshwater prawn from Tesco as our bait. And it works. It's a great bait on the I find on the Mersey. And whatever you don't use, you can take home and eat. So tomorrow, my work colleagues will know that I've been eating prawns in butter and garlic. And my wife will, as I go into work tomorrow, because we've got 2 bags of bait. I'll show you now. This is what we're using. Just bend down a bit. Tesco freshwater prawns. No mackerel. No, don't use mackerel, because frozen mackerel's always rubbish, isn't it? Been in the bottom of the tackle shop bait freezer for months, and by the time when you get it out of the pack, it's just like mush. So unless I go to Mulfra with you, Jeff, and we go in the summer and go mackerel bashing. But I don't have the biggest freezer at home. So if I try and fill up the bottom shelf with mackerel, Mrs. D will be twisting my ear. And then you just defrost it, turn it into mackerel pate, and eat it on toast. And that's, I tell you what, as in the bad breath steaks, Phil, mackerel pate has got to be a lot worse than prawns in garlic. You had a bottom of pump lug. See, the thing is, I've got a bait pump, Jeff, but with work. Oh, my rod's gone again. Can you see that? This is the advantage of it. There we go. Can you see that? Tappity tap. Let's have a strike. Phil. Oh, I can feel him. Phil's gonna do the honours with the camera again. There we go. Up and down like him. Rides nice and I can feel it. Yeah. Whatever it is, it ain't there now.
Go on. Sometimes they swim towards you.
Well, what I actually think happened there, Phil, I might have had a little rake because it felt as though it stuck on the bottom again.
Yeah.
And often, if you get a rake, it's problems. You pull out the rake. Yeah, it felt like a fish when I struck, and then didn't feel like a fish about 30 seconds afterwards. So I'd let's look, Bob. Tide's running out fast now, Phil.
Yeah.
Watch out.
See, my rod's not even bending.
That's normal. Your rod not.
That's the idea.
Yeah, but then you never see the bites.
You do.
No, you
You
don't.
do see the
But why am
bites.
I having 10 bites to your one?
I don't know.
Yeah, because you can see them on my rod tip, and you can see them because I'm using braid. Jeff says it's because I've got more lead in my pencil, Phil. Yeah.
It's a lot bloody big cod when it comes along.
Yeah, well, come on, my rod, not yours. You done much?
Only a few white.
Little white.
Yeah. We had a couple of cod 2 weeks ago. Decent ones.
Yeah.
But just a few white.
You had a cod, didn't you, from Seacombe
Did you?
on last week on Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you eat it?
I chucked it back.
Love,
No,
did
it was
you?
just undersized.
It was
Was
yeah,
it?
it wasn't big enough.
Oh, they were lovely, these ones. Good luck.
Cheers. See that lad's just fishing up there near that life buoy. Got another guy down here to our left. See, he's got the tip lights on. He's clever. He's not left his tip lights on his desk like me. But it is nice to be out. See? We expect, see where all those really bright lights are? Over on the horizon. Because I didn't finish, that's where we wanted to go and fish, on the opposite, on the Wirral side. But because I didn't finish work until much later than at first anticipated, then we didn't manage to actually get out of Manchester until 6, and we arrived here. Works a birch. Oh, well, it isn't, Jeff. You see, I've got quite an interesting job. I quite like my job. If you ask my wife what I do for a living, she turns around and says, "What does my wife say, Phil?"
No, you just go fishing.
No, it's not. I don't just go fishing. My wife says, I dick about. I work in laptops. No, I dick about in rivers catching fish and insects because I'm a project manager for the Rivers Trust. But it is a nice job, yeah. So I actually helped create the Mersey Rivers Trust a few years ago. So it's not like work. Actually, it's a pleasure to go to work every day. So I'm on a busman's holiday this evening. Well, sometimes I'm on a busman's holiday because I get to find out all the best places to fish. And part of my job, how's this, Jeff? And part of my job is they actually go and restock lots of waters. So if you go and look, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and look through the videos that I make, it's you can see that I do a lot of stocking of our fishing club waters and of rivers. So you go on the old river, you see, yeah, and the Tame. So the Tame we stocked with the Environment Agency a few years ago, which is really cool. But I've just had a warning from my phone saying I'm on 15% battery, so I don't know what's happened. It shouldn't be. There must be something working overtime in the background that's draining the life out of this battery, because it's a new battery. Yes, but I tell you what, Jeff, they do, but a lot less than they used to, and it's becoming a lot better. Because if you saw me on the telly the other day, because I was on Granada Reports and I was on BBC Northwest Tonight talking about fish. 20 years ago, where we're fishing now on the Mersey, they only recorded 15 species of sea fish, and last year we recorded 37 species, so it's an increase of 246%. Oh, I've got a bite. I've got a bite again. Phil, eat my short. Oh, there we go. Now, that's interesting, because I've had a bite into something that's a bit more solid.
A bit more solid.
Now, I don't know if I'm on a snack. I've got a bite. Oh, come on.
Ooh.
No, it ain't pulling back, that's me. Showing off. Now, let's let it go for a bit.
It's snagged up.
Yeah. There's definitely a bite in this.
Yeah.
So we're in the River Mersey here. Put my hand over the top of the scroll, stop it spinning, and walk back. Because there's not that much. There we go. Now let's
Go on.
Let's see what we've got. It feels as though I've still got the rig on there.
Have you? Yeah.
Nice to have the rig and the fish.
Mr. No.
But the weight did its job. It's absolutely massive.
The bread got you out of trouble there anyway.
It did. Spin these legs back.
You got everything back.
The whole shooting, everything back.
Excellent.
No bait. Which I can live with. Now, let's get some bait. Oh dear. I need to go to yoga, Phil, because I can't bend down like I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says. Pilates, pilates. So there are some snags out there, aren't there?
Yep.
No, rod tip's not moved. You'll have checked. You probably in one as well.
Yeah, I'm probably in one.
That sounds like in a minute now. How are you?
Once it starts pulling all over the place.
It's not been a filter now because the tide's not massive. I'll cast in and then I'll take the phone off here and go from there.
The style. I'll see if I've got any bait on.
You'll have no bait, Phil, and you'll never know that the little rodders have been out on you. There we go. Do you want to hand over?
Hang on.
Let's go see. Phil will have a double header of whiting on there, and he won't know because his rod is like a telegraph pole. He'll have no bait on, I can tell you that. He's had his rod robbed. You'll have been robbed, Phil, and never know. Let's go this way around. Look, you can see better if we go this way. That's much better, isn't it?
Interestingly, it's nearly always the tail of the prawn that's missing. Oh, tail of the prawn.
Jeff says, is it a ray? Do you know what, Jeff? I wish it was. But, hand on heart, honest truth, it was a snag. It was a snag fish. And I'm just going to help Phil. Phil, drop your rod tip down, Phil. Drop down, drop down, drop down. Yeah, we'll keep. I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. Oh, dear, look at this. There we go. Put that in the bin. Look, see, he's had that on the end of his rod. See, anglers in Merseyside, you're fantastic. Look at them. You can't see now. We've got a bin. And can you see? You can't really see that, but we've got a line recycling bin as well for angling, which I think is really cool. It's an angling trust one. Go around this side. Yeah, well, the tide's changed now, so if we go this way, it's a lovely place to fish, isn't it? Look at that, everything's lit up. Ha ha ha, Jeff. Bin dippers. You can't say that, we're trying to be inclusive. And I work for the Mersey River stuff, so I can't uphold any of the stereotypes that Mancunians have about Liverpudlians. I just have to be nice.
Or vice versa.
Because I work with some of them. It's true, I admit it, I work with Liverpool and Everton fans. But I am in therapy as well. They don't get it that we don't support Man City or Man United and that I support FC United. But if I was in Liverpool, I'd be a Tranmere fan or a Bootle fan rather than a Premier League fan where you just get ripped off. Oh, my rod's moving again. Oh yeah, that's a bite. We'll have some of that. Hang on, we'll put that there. Phil's busy. We'll put that there. And it's still going. Let's have a strike. Let's have a look and see what we've got this time. There we go. Look at that, Phil. 5-1. Hey, 5-1. Drag this way. Can you see? I don't know. I mean, shot or not, but there we go. Happy days, eh? Happy days. And you lot sat at home, wishing you out angling. Going back. I need a little bit. Okay.
Some hot chlorine.
Yeah. 5-1, Phil. What's the score again?
5-1.
5-1. Just checking that you knew.
But it was 3-1, wasn't it, the other day?
Yeah, but you were fishing and I was talking. I was working.
You're like a United fan, you only sing when you're winning. The older you get, the grumpier you get.
I'm going to do this time. Launch it. All of them so far are fish short. This one.
Straight into a snag.
No, gone long. Let's see what happens. So you have to fish short now, Phil. It's your turn to fish short. Let's just put some. There we go. Jeff, I hope I do get a ray. I haven't caught one for ages. Oh, we'll go good ray. There we go. That's it. And obviously with the braid up there, we get that little bit of bite detection. So anyway, come on, we've got seven watchers out there, and no one has pressed the like. Hardly anybody's pressed the like button. I know it's rubbish, but just humour me. Oh, my rod tip's going like the clappers. Now, I don't know if that's a fish, or it's the fact that the tide's running out now, which is what I suspect, and it's just bouncing my lead across the sand. I suppose I'll soon know if it's the rod starts launching itself towards Birkenhead. But Phil is it's turned off. Run out of battery.